अमित मंगानी सर से बड़े हो
When
इकोनॉमिक्स
we
के
saw the crash course videos, economy was very good from there because my notes, मतलब whatever I've made pointer wise, economy का mostly वहीं से बना है. Otherwise it was थोड़ा bits and pieces में था इको. Economy तो it's because of him only that my economy went so good, I guess.
Now, once we understood the importance of agriculture, it is also important that what are the determinant of agriculture? Determinant. That means what all topics we have to cover. Now, this is very nicely we are going to cover when we divide the agriculture into two kind of factors. One factor is production factors. One set of factors is production factors. One set of factor is production factors. Second set of factors is post production factors. Post production factors. Now, what I mean with the production stage or production phase? See, if I talk about the production, idea of production phase here is to maximize the agricultural production. Maximizing the agricultural production. Maximizing the agricultural production. Yes or no? Maximizing the agricultural production. Now you see, suppose अगर मुझे आपसे पूछना है कि आप लोगों को स्कोर मतलब जल्दी से GS3 मॉड्यूल खत्म करना, you want to complete the GS3. There are 2-3 ways. One way is you are going to read lot of books, like you bring the Uma Kapila or you bring the other kind of books also. So you are going to do that. That's a one strategy. This strategy we call it in our agriculture is, if you want to maximize the agricultural production, the one is you bring more and more area under cultivation. That means expansion of area under cultivation. Yes or no? This is one strategy, that is expansion of area under cultivation. When you bring more and more area under cultivation, it says that okay, this is likely to result into higher and higher production. Just like आपके दिमाग में आता है कि यार और भी देख लेते ना इकोनॉमिक के कोर्सेस, ये भी यहां से भी कर लेते, यहां से भी कर लेते. This is one. But in reality, when you expand the area under cultivation, you see land. Land is a limited resource or is a scarce resource. Land is a scarce resource with competing uses. Competing. That means it's not just only agriculture who is looking for. It's not just only agriculture who is looking for land. No. There are other sectors also, like industrialization. They are also looking for the land. Urbanization. They are also looking for the land. Yes or no? Or in the recent times, environmentalism also. भैया हमें forest लगाने, trees लगाने, yes or no? So the whole point is that land, which is a scarce resource, you cannot have this strategy when you cannot have this strategy of expanding the area under cultivation. No, you cannot have. Again, I'm telling you why. Because land is a scarce resource. And there are competing use. The other players are also looking to grab the land. So thereby the another strategy have to be adopted. Now, India adopted this strategy just after independence. But soon it realized that we are not going to continue with it. So thereby the second strategy is increasing land productivity. Increasing land productivity. What I mean with this? Increasing land productivity. Increasing land productivity simply means that suppose if this is a particular land, we are trying to maximize the output per unit of this area. Why? We might cultivate 2 or 3 crops in a single year. So you try to understand, in a single year itself, we are able to cultivate 2 or 3 crops. Earlier, we were able to cultivate only 1 crop in a single. So this is called land productivity. And this land productivity or increasing land productivity strategy was adopted during Green Revolution period, which we'll discuss in detail just after few minutes. Don't worry. Clear? This increasing land productivity from the Green Revolution period was given a focus that we have to increase the productivity. It's not just only about bringing more and more area under cultivation. Yes or no? आप लोगों को भी ये समझ में आया कि भैया प्रोडक्टिविटी ज्यादा इंपॉर्टेंट है, द रेलेवेंसी इज मोर इंपॉर्टेंट रेदर देन जस्ट रीडिंग सो मेनी थिंग्स. तभी तो आप लोगों ने, दैट्स व्हाई यू गाइज हैव ऑप्टेड फॉर द पल्स मेंस. यू रियलाइज्ड कि भैया इसमें से everything is given in a shorter way. Yes or no? So ideal line is very simple, that is productivity. Now this productivity, if I talk about guys in the agriculture, is dependent upon 4 set of factors. This increasing productivity, if I talk about, is dependent upon 4 set of factors. This increasing productivity is dependent upon 4 set of factors. The first is geoclimatic slash physical factors. Second, not just only geoclimatic or slash physical factors. Second is institutional factors. Institutional factors. Third is infrastructural factors. Infrastructural factors. Fourth is technological factors. Technological factors. So the productivity is dependent upon, the productivity of agriculture is dependent upon these 4 set of factors. If I elaborate the first factor, geoclimatic or physical, which means geoclimatic or physical refers to temperature, soil, or the rainfall. See, every crop, if I talk about whether you rice, wheat, pulse, they have certain natural climate, they have certain natural factors. That means they need those conditions to be fulfilled if we want the higher and higher yield of that crop. So those factors we call it as geoclimatic factors. अब आप लोगों ने प्री के टाइम पे आपने देखा होगा ज्योग्राफी में क्रॉपिंग पैटर्न, दैट ओके व्हाट आर द सुटेबल कंडीशंस फॉर द ग्रोथ ऑफ राइस, सुटेबल कंडीशंस फॉर द ग्रोथ ऑफ व्हीट. So that's why this lecture series will not be covering this geoclimatic or physical factors. I hope it's very clear और आप लोगों को आता भी होगा. अगर आपको डाउट है, you can message to me. I have the content. I can share that with you. Don't worry. ठीक है? Second set of factor is institutional. Now, institutional factor here I talk about is land tenancy, land ownership, land ceiling laws. So broadly, if I talk about the land reforms we are going to cover here. Land reforms we are going to cover here. Then the third set of factor is infrastructural. Infrastructural means irrigation. Tell me if the area is irrigated area. Don't you think so? That is likely to have higher productivity, better credit and insurance facility, good storage infrastructure. All of this is likely to result in higher and higher productivity. On the other hand, lastly, technological factors. Technological is adoption of new technologies such as seeds, whether you call it as high yielding variety seeds, GM crops. The more and more increased the more and more better technology of seeds can result into higher and higher production. Yes or no? Second, farm mechanization, use of technology in agriculture. All that we are going to cover here. So now you must be understanding that, okay, सर आप मैक्रो से स्टार्ट किया, नाउ यू वुड बी गोइंग इन द माइक्रो एरियाज विच आई एम मेंशनिंग हियर. I will be talking about land reforms. I will be talking about the infrastructural factors. I would be talking about the technological factors also. Yes or no? Clear? So this is how we are going to cover the production phase. But the idea line has to be clear. Come back a little bit now. Idea line is the production phase aims for maximizing the agricultural production. And the strategy which is going now is to increase the agricultural productivity. Clear? And this increasing agricultural productivity is dependent upon these set of factors. अब आप लोगों को क्वेश्चन कई बार पूछ लेते हैं कि सर व्हाट आर द रीजंस ऑफ लो एग्रीकल्चरल प्रोडक्टिविटी. अब लो एग्रीकल्चरल प्रोडक्टिविटी का क्या मतलब हुआ? कहीं ना कहीं आपके सब पॉइंट्स यही सब नहीं होने चाहिए जो मैंने आपको बताया. हाईलाइट द प्रॉब्लम इन द लैंड ओनरशिप, हाईलाइट द प्रॉब्लम इन क्रेडिट, इंश्योरेंस, इरिगेशन, टेक्नोलॉजी, मैकेनाइजेशन. इन सब की प्रॉब्लम्स बता दोगे, 10 पॉइंट आप यूं निकाल लोगे. दैट्स व्हाई आई एम डिकोडिंग दिस. यस और नो? लो प्रोडक्टिविटी क्यों है? क्योंकि इनमें कंसर्न्स है. दैट्स इट, दैट्स इट. अब आप बोलोगे लो प्रोडक्टिविटी एमएसपी की वजह से. अरे भैया कहां से यार? एमएसपी कम अंडर द पोस्ट प्रोडक्शन. अगर आप रिलेट कर भी लिए बट वो बहुत फार फेच्ड पॉइंट हुआ गाइस. फिर आप बोलोगे सर मैं तो 12 पॉइंट लिख के आया हूं लेकिन मेरे स्कोर नहीं आ रहा है. कहां से आएगा? आपको पूछा लो प्रोडक्टिविटी, आपने सोचा कि पूरा एग्रीकल्चर छाप देता हूं मैं. क्यों छापना है भैया? जो स्पेसिफिक है किसी चीज का आपको वहीं पे तो वही पॉइंट्स लिखने हैं. गेटिंग माय पॉइंट? तो अंडरस्टैंड प्रोडक्शन फेज इज एम्ड फॉर मैक्सिमाइजिंग द एग्रीकल्चर प्रोडक्शन एंड द स्ट्रैटेजी दैट हैज बीन अडॉप्टेड सिंस द ग्रीन रिवॉल्यूशन इज टू फोकस ऑन एग्रीकल्चरल प्रोडक्टिविटी. मैक्सिमाइज दैट. Now from here we go to the post production phase. The idea of post production phase is to maximize the income, or the farmer's income, to maximize the farmer's income against their produce. To maximize the farmer's income against their produce. So it's a very simple thing. That is, you maximize the farmer's income against their produce. More and more farmer income. Yes or no? So how will that more and more farmer income you can provide against their produce? One is storage infrastructure. Storage infrastructure. Why? If you provide the good storage, the cold storage facilities, post harvest losses will be minimized. This storage infrastructure will ensure that post harvest losses, which is generally of around 90,000 crore, 92,000 crore, that will be minimized. Post harvest losses will be minimized. Second is MSP, ensuring a minimum support price. Give them little bit certainty so that the farmers can have stability of income. Yes or no? Third, create a market, agricultural market, and thereby the government enacted APMC, Agricultural Produce and Marketing Committees. APMC are just after independence itself. Very well noble intentioned act, but failed to achieve its objective. Yes or no? Then fourth, agricultural exports. Boost the exports, guys. Boost. The more and more exports we do it, the more and more income the farmers will be able to get it. Yes or no? So this is the determinant of agriculture, where the production phase. Suppose अगर आपसे क्वेश्चन पूछे प्रोडक्टिविटी के, these set of points will come into picture. If the question is asked from the income perspective, yes, थोड़ा बहुत यहां के points, but the focus area has to be this. क्योंकि इनकम दोनों चीजों से बढ़ेगी. एक आपका प्रोडक्शन बढ़े and then you get a good income against your produce. Are you getting that or not? Clear? लेकिन अभी मजा नहीं आया. मजा तो तब आएगा when I interrelate all these factors in just one flow chart. तब ज्यादा मजा है. क्यों? Let me do that. Let me interrelate all these factors which I have talked in a single flow chart and I want you to remember it. जो करना है करो, अपने बस दिमाग में ना वो बस मैप बना के रखो, because that will be like if you have that idea of map, that mind map, you have a complete understanding of agri. Clear? Let me start with this. See, we say Indian agriculture is a rain-fed agriculture. बोलते नहीं बोलते? Indian agriculture is a rain-fed agriculture. तो सबसे पहले तो आपको यह पता होना चाहिए that why we call Indian agriculture as a rain-fed agriculture, guys? Why do we call Indian agriculture as a rain-fed agriculture? Because most of our agriculture, if I talk about it, is dependent upon monsoon. Now you know that agriculture need timely and adequate application of water. Yes or no? Agriculture need timely and adequate application of water. But we are mainly dependent upon monsoon to fulfill our water requirements. And when you are dependent upon monsoon, again, sir, why you are saying that? Because if you look at the economic survey fact says that our irrigation coverage is 49%. 49% irrigation coverage. This data is based upon economic survey 2021-22. So that means you say Indian agriculture is a rain-fed agriculture, very much clear. Now just tell me, when Indian agriculture is dependent upon external factors for its growth, don't you think so that make Indian agriculture a risky business? Then don't you think so that make Indian agriculture a risky business? Are you getting this or not? If Indian agriculture is dependent upon the external factors, तो भैया मेरे को एक बताओ, जब कोई एक्सटर्नली पे डिपेंडेंट है, एक्सटर्नल कभी होता है कभी नहीं होता है. And why I'm saying? Because monsoonal rainfall, if I give you the highlights, it is uncertain, variable, uneven. So you can't be completely, like you can say, you can't be depending your life or your business on the external factors. If you are doing that, that external factor, and that external factor is uncertain, uneven, variable, don't you think so that make Indian agriculture a risky business? चलो रिस्क तो है ही, मान लिया बहुत ज्यादा रिस्क है, बट आप रिस्क को प्रोटेक्ट तो कर सकते हो ना, by getting insurance. But in our agriculture, insurance coverage is also poor. To try to understand that Indian agriculture, which is a rain-fed agriculture, already make that Indian agriculture a risky business. But add to that more points, our agriculture is not having insurance coverage. There's a poor insurance coverage. And add to this is climate change. Last year question आ गया था climate change पे, भले GS पेपर 1 में क्यों ना आया हो. Climate change is also impacting agriculture. That make Indian agriculture much more risky. Clear? एक मिनट ना गाइस, यहां पे भी ये जो पॉइंट्स है मैं इसको रेड से कर देता, so that you can realize that okay, ये नेगेटिव पॉइंट्स है. ठीक है? तो Indian agriculture is a rain-fed agriculture because it is mainly dependent upon monsoonal rainfall. And why I'm saying that? Economic survey highlighted that there is a irrigation coverage of 49%. Clear? That's an economic survey fact. Now, when Indian agriculture become a risky business and the farmers who are undertaking or practicing agriculture, they goes to the bank. Why they goes to the bank? For getting a formal credit. Formal credit क्यों चाहिए? Because that formal credit is timely, adequate and affordable, less rate of interest as compared to informal. लेकिन जैसे वो बैंक के पास गए, they were unable to avail formal credit. Lack of formal credit. Now, why there is a lack of formal credit? आप मुझे बताओ, अगर मैं कोई रिस्की बिजनेस कर रहा हूं तो आप मुझे लोन दोगे क्या? नॉट एट ऑल. तो द रिस्की बिजनेस itself make it kind of a sufficient condition for not getting the formal credit. But add to that more problems. Apart from being risky, more problems is inadequate financial inclusion. Inadequate financial inclusion, that means there are still areas where our population is financially excluded, not able to use their accounts, not able to have the savings, basic savings account, unable to access credit. Yes or no? But the problem is not just only from the bank side. The problem is also from the farmer side. Why? They don't have collateral as such. They don't have land collateral. Now when you don't have land collateral, आप समझो guys, आप ऑलरेडी इतना रिस्की बिजनेस कर रहे हो, प्लस आपके पास कोई कोलेट्रल रखने के लिए नहीं है, तो आप मुझे बताओ कोई बैंक या फॉर्मल इंस्टीट्यूशन क्यों आपको लोन दे? आप उनके भाई कुछ तो लगते नहीं हो. Why would they give you the loan, formal loan? Nothing. Now when they are unable to get the formal credit, this leads to delayed application of inputs. This lead to delayed application of inputs. Delayed application of inputs such as fertilizers, purchase of seeds. अब लोन मिला नहीं तो थोड़ा सा कहीं ना कहीं they went to the informal credit. वहां पे वो जाते हैं informal credit के पास, and that loan is not just only inadequate, but at the same time it is very, very costly or expensive as compared to the formal one. Now, when this happens, when there's a delayed application of inputs, automatically you can understand that this will result in low productivity. Yes or no? Delayed application of inputs can result into low productivity. But point ये है कि यार चलो मानते हैं delayed application है, लेकिन तब भी प्रोडक्टिविटी हो सकती, अगर ज्यादा हो सकती, इफ आवर फार्म्स आर वेल मैकेनाइज्ड. बट हमारे फार्म्स तो आपको पता ही है वेल मैकेनाइज्ड है ही नहीं. सो देयर बाय एन अनदर इश्यू इज पुअर और लो फार्म मैकेनाइजेशन. लो फार्म मैकेनाइजेशन, लो फार्म मैकेनाइजेशन, which is around 45 to 50% in our country as compared to the other areas. Not only that, भैया हमारे यहां लैंड फ्रेगमेंटेड इतनी है. एवरेज लैंड साइज इज 1.08 हेक्टेयर्स. अब आप मुझे ये बताओ, जब एवरेज लैंड साइज इतनी है तो कितना ही आप कल्टीवेट कर लोगे. तो देयर बाय द अनदर इश्यू इज लैंड फ्रेगमेंटेशन. तो यू कैन अंडरस्टैंड गाइज, all these overall factors are responsible for low productivity in our country. अब जब लो प्रोडक्टिविटी होगी तो प्रोडक्शन क्या होगा हमारा? प्रोडक्शन विल बी डिक्लाइन और डिक्रीज्ड प्रोडक्शन. यस और नो? बट add to this guys, add to this more problem, डिक्रीज प्रोडक्शन. क्यों भैया? हमारे यहां स्टोरेज इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर है पुअर. अब जब पुअर स्टोरेज है इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर, व्हाट विल हैपन? देयर विल बी लॉसेस which we call it as post harvest losses, and that happens due to poor storage. तो ऑलरेडी हमारी लो प्रोडक्टिविटी की वजह से प्रोडक्शन कम आया और ये प्रोडक्शन और इसीलिए कम हो रहा है, डिक्लाइन होता जा रहा है, बिकॉज देयर इज नो स्टोरेज इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर. एंड स्पेशली इफ आई टॉक अबाउट द पेरिशेबल क्रॉप्स तो जो आपके हैं वैसे ही डिक्लाइन एंड डिक्लाइन. आर यू गेटिंग माय पॉइंट? तो दिस इज हाउ द प्रोडक्शन इज डिक्लाइन. अब आप मुझे बताओ, जब प्रोडक्शन डिक्लाइनिंग होगी तो जो फार्मर्स की इनकम है, विल दैट बी हायर और लोअर? फार्मर्स इनकम विल बी लोअर. यस और नो? नॉट जस्ट ओनली कि प्रोडक्शन डिक्लाइन हुआ है भैया, जितना भी हुआ उसके अलावा आते हैं कंसर्न्स, एमएसपी इश्यूज, एपीएमसी मार्केटिंग इश्यूज, which were unable to fetch good price for even this decreased production. भैया प्रोडक्शन डिक्रीज हो गया, हमें पता है कि उससे इनकम कम आएगी, लेकिन जितना मेरा प्रोडक्शन हुआ है, आई शुड बी एबल टू गेट द मैक्सिमम वैल्यू फॉर दैट. But no, there are MSP issues, there are APMC issues, which result into declining farmers' income. When the farmers' income is declined, will they be able to repay the loan? No. That will result the problem of agricultural indebtedness. That results a problem of agricultural indebtedness, which you also call it as agrarian distress. Which you also call it as agrarian distress. So agricultural indebtedness that happens in our country. And after that, what will happen? Farmers generally happens to be either they go for they migrate. This is called forced migration or distress migration. To where? To the urban areas, resulting into urban slums. Yes or no? This is called migration. But this I am writing it as distress migration, guys. On the other hand, the unfortunate events are done by the farmers itself, resulting into farmers' suicide. So you can imagine that's why I call this as a vicious cycle. देख तो मैंने determinant में लिया, but this is actually we call it as a vicious cycle. Vicious. Because the end result, if you see, of this cycle is nothing. Both the results are not good. The disappointed, either that result in the creation of urban slums or the farmers. अब आप होता क्या है, आप देखो ना, हमारे जो गवर्नमेंट ऑफिशियल्स हैं, दे आर लाइक, ओके, पॉलिटिशियंस अनाउंस द फार्म लोन वेवर्स. अरे फार्म लोन वेवर्स कम हियर गाइज. So you are just preventing the farmers to go from the farmer society. मतलब ये मान के चलो कि फार्मर सोसाइटी ने यहां तक उनके पास काला कपड़ा पहन लिए, जस्ट खिंचने वाला होता है दैट लीवर, आपने तब रोका है. इफ यू वुड हैव वांटेड, we could have adopted the structural reforms in the agriculture. That structural reforms could be so that we can break this vicious cycle. हम vicious cycle को यहां पे क्यों break कर रहे हैं? Hey, we can break the vicious cycle by bringing the structural reforms. Like here, the first structural reform could be expanding the irrigation coverage. Yes or no? You expand the irrigation coverage, which is done by the government schemes like Pradhan Mantri Krishi Sinchai Yojana. Now, once you have done that, this cycle is broken, this vicious cycle. That is your reform number one. Or, fine, you are unable to expand the irrigation coverage. What you can do is, you can improve the irrigation insurance. You can increase or improve the insurance. Improve. And for that, the government have taken another scheme known as Fasal Bima Yojana. And that has actually 2.0 now. Then, how you can deal with climate change? How you can deal with climate change? By increased use of technology. Use technology. Greater role of technology. Yes or no? Make the crops climate resilient, or basically adopt the climate smart agriculture practices. Climate smart agricultural practices. Cycle is broken because you try to understand, when the farmers will have insurance, the business जो है उनका riskiness कम हो गई, the banks will be able to give them the credit, formal credit, timely, adequate, affordable. Yes or no? But चलो ये भी आपने नहीं किया, तो why can't you at least do one thing? Increase the financial inclusion coverage, which the government is doing through Pradhan Mantri Jan Dhan Yojana. Or land reforms or land records, again which government is doing through a scheme known as, आप इसको बोल सकते हो land records, conclusive titling, which government is doing through Digital India Land Record Modernization Program. Yes or no? Farmers would be able to get formal credit. But if they are not able to get formal credit, they should not go to the informal. Why? The government is giving the direct transfers to the farmers. How? through a PM Kisan scheme? Yes or no? Which they can use to purchase the inputs. PM Kisan scheme. Clear? This is known as direct income transfers. Direct income transfer. Now suppose even if you are not able to do that, delayed application होगा. भैया फाइन delayed application है, लेकिन अगर आपके यहां लो फार्म मैकेनाइजेशन रहेगा तो then the productivity तो कम आएगी. So what you can do is you can increased farm mechanization. Yes or no? And how the government is doing? Through custom hiring centers. Custom hiring centers, which we call as submission on agricultural mechanization. Clear? Or instead of land fragmentation, the government is going for land consolidation, cooperative farming. Yes or no? There's no space. You can write it by yourself. Cooperative farming. Clear? चलो productivity fine. इसके बाद आप storage infrastructure. You can improve the storage infrastructure. You can resolve the MSP issues, APMC. हम सब resolve करेंगे उधर. But आप ये पूरी की पूरी जो structural reforms which should have been undertaken so that the farmer doesn't reach to this stage, you do it ineffectively. तभी तो पहुंच रही है साइकिल. So thereby, guys, the government come here and they announce farm loan waiver. What will happen? We have just stopped this for now. Farm loan waiver, yes, fine. It is announced. Sometimes it's a short-term solution, but cannot be a long-term solution to deal with agrarian distress, to deal with agriculture indebted. Cannot. Clear? So this is what I call it as the vicious cycle of Indian agriculture, which clearly highlights the problems we are facing, the structural reforms that must be undertaken. आप कोई भी इसके बाद से आप कोई भी रिपोर्ट उठा लो, चाहे आपकी अशोक दलवाई कमेटी हो, चाहे नीति आयोग रिपोर्ट हो, इसके बिना कोई सजेशंस होंगे ही नहीं. सजेशंस एपीएमसी और इनके मैंने बताए नहीं अभी. अब आप बोलोगे सर कॉन्ट्रैक्ट फार्मिंग, मैं आपको यहां बताऊंगा एपीएमसी. डोंट वरी, अभी तो स्पेस कंस्ट्रेंट. So what I want is you guys make this flow chart, try to grab it, try to understand it, and then we'll proceed. So you take a 1 or 2 minute break. Chalo. So you can see that we have looked at this vicious cycle of Indian agriculture. ठीक है?